And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Throwing again is Lamar. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Lamar now from the gun. He's got Andrews. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Finds Aguilar. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Working quickly here. Jackson yet again. Getting out to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. Jackson's going to throw again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
15. Easy. Hey, 57. Attack.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Hey, Sunday. Hero 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. He has room past the 25. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Hey, 15. Hey, dribble it. Nice hit.
1st down from the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. The Ravens scoop it up. Off to the races, middle of the field. The 40. At the 20. And they return it all the way back for 2 to minimize the sting of that opposing touchdown. You could really hear the crowd swell. First on the block, and then again as he scooped it and started the return. Brock, really one of the most exciting plays you'll ever see in a game, no matter what the score is.
And one of the rarest for us as well. You know, the rule that they could take it back for 2 was introduced in 2015. And the total number of extra points blocked and taken back is still in the single digits. Incredibly hard to do, but they just pulled it off.
First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes out to the left. Look at the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Ravens looking down a very long field. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Blitz coming here, Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
No, we changed it.
Jackson's gonna go on fourth. He's got it to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The right call came in at the right time, give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on fourth. And again, it's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Hey, middle.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Finding Flowers. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go. Hey, report. Go.
First down throw for Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Lamar throwing again. Touchdown, Baltimore! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Yellow. Hey, 57. Yellow. My side.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
15, yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Here go, 15. Hey, 57 color. Hey, yellow, hey, go going. Right side.
First down throw, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Man, not even the shorter throws are safe in this one, partner. That is some aggressive coverage to be playing for picks that close to the line.
Yeah, not in this league. You know, maybe Pop Warner High School, even in college, but not in this league. There is no...
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Joshua Williams has it. And the Chiefs might be able to get some points late after the interception. One last play before the break.
43, yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Running back sent in motion.
Yellow. Right side.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Line. Yellow. Right side. Right side.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First down, here's Lamar. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, that catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other. And at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breather, a little oxygen after that one.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Lamar out of the pistol. Cut out left. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Henry. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Trying to run with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. 4th down, here's Jackson. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumped early looking to block that kick. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Attack!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
15. Yellow.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Yellow,
3rd
yellow.
and 6 for them to figure out now.
Yellow. Right side.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Flush down out to his left. Throwing this back in the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Hey, 57. Hey, 43. Right side.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Come back. Fifteen. Hey, rip list. Right side.
Play action, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down.
Hey, 57. Right side.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Still has room inside the 15. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yellow. Attack. Yellow. Hey, 43. Right side.
From the red zone now. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to just 2. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Henry on the catch. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A draw now. This is Henry. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And Kansas City going to the dime look on third down. We've got 6 DBs out there. Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. It's a gain of 29 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
That's what we